female chair to co-chair. So interesting side. But you know, for me, Porter Cup is about opportunity. It's certainly an incredible opportunity to witness exceptional golf, see names that you will see on the leaderboards around the world coming in years to come. It's an opportunity to build relationships, certainly with players, with sponsors, with our committee, with people that you are just getting to know. I've been very fortunate. I've grown up with Porter Cup. My parents housed players my whole life, and in 1985 my father was chairman. He was chairman when Jack Nicklaus came here and walked the course to watch his two sons play, and that's when I really got involved. I was a volunteer, both scoreboard and registration, and when my husband and I got married, we started housing players. We've enjoyed that. I can't tell you how incredible it is to build those relationships. We were lucky enough to house the winner a few years ago, Brandon Wu. We watch him now on the tour. And my husband was chairman, as I said, in 2005. So Porter Cup is in our blood. I'm thrilled and honored to be a part of it, and I thank M&T and Encore Golf and all of you. So have a wonderful today, have a wonderful round, and next week. Thank you very much.
Well, the tournament is among maybe top 5 amateur events in our country. Has been as much as considered the second best or second most prestigious tournament behind the U.S. Amateur. More recently, it might have fallen back a little because of the U.S. Amateur is a match play event, and there are other tournaments that are match play. We are 4 rounds of stroke play. Consequently, some of the players are trying to hone their game for match play, and we've seen some fall off there. But it's still a big event. I would say top 10 amateur events in the United States, and the field in most years is going to be really strong. This obviously being a little interesting year coming off pandemic, we're not getting the same quality of field, and I think mostly due to our lack of housing this year. We just weren't confident in where things would be with current guidelines to make that happen.
Okay, so this year with the pandemic and a lot of the United States kids aren't traveling, but the Europeans and countrywide, we have 10 different countries coming. And the 3 top players that I'm going to talk about happen to be foreign players. Garrett Rank is the top-ranked player in our field, Canadian. He's played here 10 years. He is a mid-am. He came in runner-up a couple years ago in the USGA mid-am championship, and he plays well here every year. And he enjoys coming. He stays at Alan Elia's house, and he's an NHL hockey ref as well. So whenever he plays in Buffalo, he gives our family a call, and we either go watch him play or he stops by. And so that's a good relationship that will continue, hopefully, as he continues to stay an amateur. The second one is an Australian. A lot of the Australians are playing in the Pac Coast tournament, which is easier for them to get to as opposed to flying across the country. His name is Hayden Hopewell, and him and his sister are traveling around playing in tournaments. She is apparently a good golfer as well. He was the 2020 West Australian Amateur Champion, and we're looking forward to having him. And he's only 19, so him and his sister are traveling together, and it should be interesting for them. And another mid-am is Andres Schambaum from Argentina. He played the last time we had the Porter Cup. And he is I think we have 3 Argentinians this year. And he was the winner of the 2021 Argentinian Amateur. So, and a note, if people are following history, Chris Patton played here 100 years ago, Clemson. He played at Clemson. And his son, Colby Patton, is playing at Clemson as well. So we have him this year. Another interesting that people will find interesting is a player that's an former NHL player. His name is Ryan Whitney. He's a very good amateur golfer. He's been playing in some tournaments around the country, but he's really famous for being on Barstool rigs and splitting chicklets. These are very hip things for people to follow I don't necessarily know that much about it, but I think most of your viewers will. And our Canadian team is very strong. We have the whole Canadian and national team coming. I think there's 6 or 7 of them, I think. And there's no housing, but the national coach is a friend of mine, so he was worried about having housing for his kids, so most of them are staying at my house. All my boys are gone away, so it should be interesting. Jack's going to have fun with the Canadians, and I think they're just going to have just as much fun with him.